Bet on yourself. No matter what the odds look like. No matter what the voices say. No matter how far behind you think you are, bet on you. Because if you don't, who will? Nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's handing out golden tickets. And nobody cares more about your future than you do, and if they do, that's a problem. You've got to believe in your own power more than you believe in your fear. More than your pain. More than your excuses. You've got to take a deep breath, and say, this life. Yeah. I'm going all in on me. The world rewards risk takers. It honors those who show up, not just once, but again and again and again. Even when it's not working. Even when it looks stupid. Even when no one claps for them. The truth is, greatness doesn't happen by accident. It happens when someone says, no matter how long this takes, I'm not quitting. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need you to stop doubting. You have to shut out the noise. The friends who laugh. The family that doubts. The strangers who comment, it'll never work. Forget them. They're not betting anything. They're not risking anything. They're just watching. You. You're in the arena. You're getting hit. You're bleeding. But you're still swinging. That's a champion. And every successful person, every self-made millionaire, artist, athlete, visionary, they all had that moment where they looked in the mirror and said, I'm all I've got. So I'm all I need. You've got talent. You've got drive. You've got vision. But none of it means anything if you don't back yourself. Because life won't get easier. The mountain won't get smaller. The pain won't disappear. But you can get stronger. More disciplined. More obsessed. More focused. If you choose to be. Betting on yourself doesn't mean you'll win right away. It means you'll play until you do. That's what separates the greats from the talkers. The doers from the dreamers. The lions from the sheep. People say, but what if I fail? Let me ask you, what if you don't? What if you win? What if this time, everything you've sacrificed actually pays off? That version of you, the one living in freedom, with peace, with power, they're waiting for you. But they don't show up unless you do. You've got to get obsessed. You've got to keep the promises you made to yourself when nobody was watching. The gym. The grind. The late nights. The early mornings. That's the tax. That's the cost of admission. That's what it takes when you bet on yourself. You'll never regret betting on you. You'll regret every time you didn't. Every time you let fear win. Every time you said, maybe next year. Every time you dimmed your light to make others comfortable. Forget that. You're not here to play small. You're here to dominate. You're here to become. And that journey? It starts when you finally stop waiting for the green light. You were the signal all along. So take the shot. Launch the business. Get back in shape. Speak your truth. Move forward. Leave the comfort zone. Even if you fail, fail forward. Because that's growth. You want the dream. Bet on yourself like it already belongs to you. Nobody's coming. No handouts. No shortcuts. It's on you now. So stack the odds. Take the risk. And show the world what happens when a warrior stops waiting. And finally bets on themselves. Because let's be real. There will be days where you feel like everything's falling apart. Where progress feels like fiction, and the vision in your head seems miles away. But that's when you double down. You don't scale back. You don't pull out your bet. You raise the stakes. Because the version of you that wins, that makes it. They didn't get there by playing it safe. They got there by waking up every day and saying, I don't care how I feel, I care about the result. That's the difference. The weak wait to feel motivated. The strong act, regardless of emotion. You've got to train yourself to keep going. Even when it's boring. Even when it's repetitive. Even when it's painful. Because behind all the repetition, the late nights, the tired mornings, the silent hours when nobody's clapping, is transformation. You think the greats were comfortable? You think Goggins, Kobe, Jordan, Ronaldo, Tate, any of them, got there without pain? Nah. They embraced it. They turned pain into fuel. They turned discipline into dominance. And you can too. But not if you keep giving yourself a way out. Not if you keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. Not if you keep doubting your gift just because the world hasn't noticed it yet. You don't need a spotlight. You need a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and remind yourself. I'm the answer. I'm the source. I'm the spark. Your success starts and ends with you. That's pressure, and that's power. So don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have. You have time. You have your health. You have your mind. You have the grind. You have the choice to bet on yourself, or settle for less. Every day, that's the choice. The lazy version of you is always an option. So is the elite version. You just decide which one you wake up and become. That's the beauty of it. You are the creator. So why not create something legendary? Why not be the person they talk about? Why not be the one in your family, your city, your circle, who breaks the curse, levels up, and inspires a generation? That's not ego. That's mission. And you can't accomplish your mission if you're still waiting for permission. You don't need the world to say, go. You were born ready. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Betting on yourself won't feel good every day. In fact, most days, it'll be uncomfortable as hell. Because growth hurts. But so does regret. And only one of them leads to freedom. So make the pain count. Make the struggle count. Make every rep, every failure, every late night, count. This is the season where you prove to the world, and more importantly, to yourself, that you're different. That you're not just talking. You're not just dreaming. You're doing. You're not chasing success, you're building it. Brick by brick. Sacrifice by sacrifice. Win by win. Even if it takes months. Even if it takes years. Even if nobody claps for you until the finish line. You keep going. You stay locked in. You remind yourself every day. I'm all in on me. And guess what? When that payoff comes, and it will come. When the results finally match the grind. When the world starts asking, how'd you do it? You'll look back and smile. Not because it was easy, but because you never folded. You kept the faith. You kept the focus. And you kept betting on yourself. Until you finally cashed out.